Hey, it's Melodian. So just got back from a busy Memorial Day weekend, and I'm not gonna give you the rundown of everything we did this weekend, but I do want to kind of mention it because while I was out running around this weekend, I ran into someone who had my book, and they asked me a question that I actually get asked quite often, and that is, do I really believe in all the stuff I wrote in the book about attraction marketing and personal attraction? Now, they were talking about the woo-woo, new agey, I get to sit in my room and I don't know, close my eyes and send happy thoughts out into the universe, and everything I ever wanted in life will magically appear. Now, I don't buy that, okay? I don't. But I do believe that you can attract things to you that you want by what you do and the energy that you send out, I guess is a good way to put it. Yeah, so I do believe in attraction marketing and personal attraction, but I believe you've got to do some work to make it happen. You don't just to get to sit and think happy thoughts all day, and that's kind of where they were going with it. So when I started in network marketing, I was doing all the things that my sponsor told me to do. I held business presentations everywhere I possibly could, and I bought leads and made cold calls and handed out DVDs and CDs to anybody who would take one. I went to every networking event in town and handed out my business card. And at the end of the year, I was making a whole $35.46 a month. Woohoo! Lots of money there. I was actually making money for the very first time ever. But $35.46 a month wasn't quite gonna cut it, so needed to find a way to actually make some money. And so I started doing some research on who was actually making real money in network marketing. Now, by real money, I'm talking about $100,000 a year or more. I mean, let's be real, just about everybody in my upline was making more than me. I was making, $35.46. So if you were above me, you were probably making more than that. And if you weren't, you probably needed to not be in the business. But how many were actually making $100,000 a year or more? Well, surprisingly, way more than I expected. But what surprised me even more was not one of them was doing the things my sponsor was telling me to do. What were they doing? Well, today we call it attraction marketing. Somehow they instinctively knew what to do before it even had a name. And I'm going to share with you what they were doing because, yes, attraction marketing has some rules and they're pretty easy to follow. So, rule number 1. Provide some value. All of these $100,000 earners were valuable. They knew stuff, and they shared it. If you were lucky enough to be on their team, they took you under their wing, and they shared with you everything that they knew. Even if you weren't on their team, they would share stuff with you. Now, let's be real. If you're looking for a leader to follow and a team to be on, who are you going to go to? The people that know stuff and are willing to share it, or the people who don't know anything, or who maybe do know a little bit but don't tell you because they want to hang on to all their knowledge for themselves? Seems like a no-brainer to me. You want to have a good team? Provide value to your folks. Rule number 2, have a goal. They all had goals, and I mean like exact goals. They knew how much they wanted to make. They knew by when they wanted to make it. They knew how many people they wanted to grow their team by every month. They knew exactly what they wanted, and they were laser focused on getting it. Makes sense. How can you move ahead if you don't know where you're going? You have to have a definite goal. Rule number 3, be confident in your business and your products. How many of you are still embarrassed to be in network marketing? How many of you kind of say I'm a network marketer or I'm an MLM as if it's kind of sleazy and illegal still, okay? That's part of the reputation of network marketing, and every time you do that, it just perpetuates it and makes the people you're talking to think, well, maybe there's something kind of wrong with this. If you want to be successful in any kind of marketing, but especially in network marketing, you have to be self-confident in what you're doing, and you have to have confidence in your products. So don't hesitate to share your business opportunity, and don't hesitate to share your products if you know they could help someone else. Would you go buy a car from a salesperson who didn't show confidence in the fact that his car would run or that it would meet your needs? If you don't have confidence in your business or your products, you might not need to be in this business. Or, maybe you need to be looking at a different company if you're not confident in the products. So rule number 3, confidence. Rule number 4, be positive and upbeat. One of the leaders I met were always upbeat, positive, and optimistic. I got to admit, sometimes it was a bit annoying. Who can be that cheerful all the time? Well, it does turn out that even they were a little bit cranky and grumpy at times. But when they were, number one, they didn't go post it all over social media. And yes, we were beginning to have social media back then. It was called MySpace and a few other things. There were chat rooms and stuff like that. So, maybe we didn't have Facebook and Twitter, but we still had ways to connect online. And you never, ever saw any negativity from any one of them, whether it be at team meetings, whether it be online, wherever it was. They were always upbeat, cheerful, positive, and optimistic. You need to do the same. Who wants to be around someone that is always negative and angry? Rule number 5, have respect. These leaders had respect. They had respect for themselves, and they had respect for everyone around them. Now, by that I mean they didn't make excuses, and they didn't accept them either. They took care of their business. So when they had team members that weren't working and always had one excuse after another, they called them out. Plain and simple, they just called them out. You need to do the same thing. You need to have respect for your own business, and you need to have respect enough for your team members to hold them accountable for their business. I didn't know about all these rules when I first got started. I had no confidence in network marketing. I was told it was kind of shady and underhanded. There was always that pyramid scheme thing. I had no goals, not really. I just needed to make more money. I didn't know how much I needed to make. I was really stressed from trying to work and take care of my family and take care of my dad. But, I knew I needed to make more money. I just didn't know how much. I was kind of always depressed and rude and sometimes really just cranky because I was always stressed. And if you happen to be unfortunate enough to catch me on a bad day and ask me how I was, you were probably going to be told exactly how I was. There are probably a few people listening to this that can remember those days. Hey, Elaine? I had little time to care about my appearance. I had little self-respect, so I would wear whatever was handy at the moment when I headed out the door. I was, going to work, so who cared what I looked like? And then if I was going to a business presentation right after work, well, hey, my prospects would understand I was coming straight from work. So I would show up in jeans and t-shirts or, whatever I had on. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't much of an example to follow. So, who would want to join that team? No wonder it took me so long to be successful. Gee. Thankfully, I've had some time pass and I've learned a lot since then. I've been blessed to meet some amazing people who took the time to teach me what I needed to know. And I'm not sure why, but they saw the potential in this little stressed out mess. And they supported and encouraged me through all the process of becoming a network marketer. So for all of you that had a hand in my transformation, just know that I am forever in your debt. So I don't know, I guess it's as simple, there is no big secret. Yes, I do believe in attraction marketing, and it's really very simple. It's as simple as following some basic rules. Provide value. Learn the skills necessary to build your business, and then share that with everybody else freely. Don't hoard it. Have goals. You have to know what you're working for. Otherwise, how are you going to know when you get there? And your goals are going to keep you pushing forward when everything and everyone is telling you you're crazy and you need to quit. You need to be confident in the business and your products. If you aren't using your products, you need to start. How can you promote something you're not using? And if you have any doubts about the network marketing business model, then you need to either learn more about it so you can speak about it confidently, or you need to consider just getting out of the business. Don't be embarrassed if that's the case. This business isn't for everyone. If you can't put your whole heart into it, then you need to walk away and find something else. But if you're devoted to it, then you need to say that you're devoted to it and be able to explain why. Be positive and upbeat. Think about it. What is the #1 complaint you hear about social media today? Too much drama. If you know someone who's always complaining about something, do you go socialize with them much? Do you unfriend them as quickly as you can? People want to be around those who are encouraging and optimistic. Most of us have enough negativity in our lives. We don't need to invite more. Have respect. You are valuable. Take care of yourself. Eat right. Get enough sleep. Get enough exercise. Allow yourself time to recharge and re-energize, and hold your team accountable. Have enough respect for them that you hold them accountable. Your family and friends are valuable, so don't forget them in your push to reach your goals. Set aside time for your family and for socializing. Your business is going to always be there when you want it. Your friends and family might not, so make sure you spend a little time with them. You know, your time is valuable. Don't waste it on non-productive activities. Now, I'm not saying you should never just have any fun, but if you find yourself online for like an hour and you've spent 50 minutes of those 60 scrolling Facebook or playing a game when you got online supposedly to work your business, then you're doing something wrong. Okay? Your time is valuable, so you need to be spending it wisely. Your business is valuable, so you need to treat it like a genuine business. This is not a hobby. Unless you know in your heart that it is a hobby, and then, you know, that's fine. If some people are really only in it just to get free products, okay, I'll admit that I'm a member of one business for one reason only, and that's because I like the discount I get on the products, so I don't really promote it much. I do just enough to maintain my free products, but other than that, you know, if it's a business, treat it like a business. So schedule some time every day to do something, anything, to move your business forward. If you do some little something every day to move your business forward, then you're going to have some success. So now that you know that, yes, I really truly do believe in attraction marketing, and yes, I really truly believe in personal attraction, and I've given you all the rules that you need to be a network marketing success, let's go do this, okay? You just need to learn how to perfect it and then get out there and use it and share it. I'll talk to you soon.